Good morning and welcome to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac, president of Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston, president and CEO of the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. Trent, happy Sunday, buddy.
Yeah, well, great NFL week 2, right?
Week 2.
Man, a lot of games didn't turn out the way they thought they were going to turn out last week on week 1, huh?
I'll tell you, we played tough, though. I mean, the Panthers look good. I mean, going into the Super Bowl champions' home is not an easy task on week 1.
I think that was expected to be a tough game.
Yeah.
I know today we're going up against the by the way, folks, you're listening to Sports Talk with Patrick and Trent.
We're going to get Trent's cold, hard locks of
Panthers
the week.
football. But no, I think that playing this 49ers team that looked really good last Monday night.
They did.
Might be a little more opportunity for failure than it was playing the Super Bowl champs.
Well, the people that know best, that handicap these games, they have us. I think it's like 14-point favorites against the Niners.
We're going to win by 30, right?
That's what I thought.
Go
right?
Cats!
Let's go Panthers.
So what else is going on here? How you Clemson Tigers are coming out of the gate a little slower.
That's all right. They'll get it back. They'll get it back. Carolina looked good this past Saturday, so 2 Saturdays ago. They played well.
Well, I know.
North Carolina.
We have the changes of seasons coming on, and we're rolling into fall. It hadn't really felt like fall. I remember when Hurricane Hugo came through. I think that was like September the 21st. I think. I remember I had the T-shirt that said I survived Hurricane Hugo. Had the eye of the storm on it, and then I think it had part of the cloud was Hugo the Hornet. No, I'm kidding. But
I see what you did there.
And I bought it on Wilkinson Boulevard. I think my mom bought like 8 of them for $5 a piece at the stand.
That's where you buy stuff like
now
that.
You can buy Panthers jerseys.
Right.
And on Valentine's Day, you can buy a nice dozen roses.
Don't forget about the stuffed bears. I like the stuffed bears.
But just don't buy the chocolate candy.
That's it. That's it.
But I remember one of my most vivid memories was we lost power for 2.5 weeks. And right after the storm, it got really, really, really cold, or relatively cold. It was like the change of the seasons. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Well,
you have teed me up 2 weeks in a row. Get your generator installed now at Roby Electric, so you don't have to go 2 weeks without power.
Yeah, I was with one of our residential project managers this past week, visiting a job. A really nice house we're doing a humongous renovation addition to, a second home for a Charlotte person on the lake, and really nice. And I said, have you talked to them? Are they doing a generator? He said, they're not doing a generator. I said, well, have you talked to them about doing a generator? He said, I have not. And I said, well, I really think it's our fiduciary responsibility to have that discussion, because with this caliber of house, and they're just going to be their lake retreat on the weekends, they have a storm come through. They don't want to skip a beat, right?
Right.
So, Patrick, I will make that intro today.
I appreciate that. Especially, I think vacation homes are probably really where you want them the most, because to your point, you might not know that you're without power. And you might go out on a Tuesday, plan on using the place on a Friday, and you walk into spoiled food, refrigerator's not working, your AC, and then you're spending the whole weekend doing what? Trying to get your power back on.
Well, I'll tell you a season-changing generator story. About 10 years ago, one of our longtime greatest clients, Bill Berry, is awesome. He wanted a generator at his permanent house at Lake Norman. Really, really nice generator. Bill Berry is so cool. He said, I don't want to skip a beat. And he's got a nice house. He said, so I want whatever can run the farthest corner outlet when the power goes out. And we said, okay. And then where we had to put it on his lot was awkward as well. So it was tough. So we put it in. And I was telling this story the other day. This is before generators were really they've come a long way in 10 years, 8 years, however long this was. It might have been
6. I'll tell you how I know that when you're done.
It was 6 years. They've come a long way in 6 years.
A very long way.
So I'm at my in-laws' house. I mean, it took like a month to get the generator order, get it put in. And I'm at my in-laws' house on a Sunday night. And it was like January, February, had a humongous ice storm come through. That's why we were at my in-laws' house, because I lose power at my house. I do not have a generator. And at 3:30 in the morning, my phone rings on the nightstand, and it's Bill Berry. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I roll over, I wince, I tighten my kneecaps, and I go, Bill, hey, how you doing? And he said, hot diggity dog, Trent, the power just went out. And I didn't skip a beat. I got power. I said, this is, man, it could have been the worst call I've had in a long time, but it was the best call I've ever had.
Well, so funny story. How I know that was 6 years ago is because that was one of probably my first month with the company. And it was not that ice storm, but we had another storm looming. And it was a Sunday afternoon, and Jeff Robinette, who just tees into Roby Handyman so well because Jeff is with Roby Handyman now, texted me and said, we've got this generator about 85% done. If he loses power and it's 85% done, we're not going to look very good. So Jeff and I went up there, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and we stayed into Sunday night. And that's kind of how I learned. That was very, very, very good education for me coming into the Roby family of companies on how you service a client. We got that thing running. And I'll never forget when it first came on, whoosh, blew my hat off.
You wear a hat?
I wear a hat.
You got the greatest hair ever. I don't know how a hat fits on that head.
I don't know.
Or why you would ever want to do that.
TJ, our producer, has much better hair than me.
I would give you an Angel Roby hat to wear, but we might as well just get a little stamp on your forehead so we can still see the hair.
I don't know. My forehead doesn't quite look like yours, so I'm not sure the stamp would show up as well.
Oh, wow. Man. got some landing pad here, Mr. Trent. Oh, man.
So, Trent, we got Dominic Thompson from Roby Handyman coming on. Right before Panther football.
Panther Nation. Yeah, Dominic is running Roby Handyman, Robee, like the bee buzzing around. And it's awesome to have Dominic on our team and in the studio. And when we come back, we'll be joined by Dominic Thompson. We'll talk about how to get your home ready for the changing of the seasons and what to look out for. Usual suspect handyman stuff.
You're listening to At Home with Roby. We'll be right back.